Alrighty, what's up, Misfits and Moonbasers? It's your boy Ray Recall once again, and I'm fresh off my last review as well, so that's why the setting and the clothes are the same. It's not that I don't bathe or anything. Today, we'll be looking at another of the 35th anniversary figures, and this is the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Voyager class classic animation version of Optimus freaking Prime. So yeah, this is the Siege Voyager Optimus Prime. If you have the original one, then you know if you have the original version of this mold, then you know exactly what you're getting into. Literally, the only thing that's changed is the paint scheme, which is done in the nice cell shaded classic animation style deco. Which is good for me because I ended up not being able to get the original Siege Optimus. I didn't really like it because, you know, the vehicle mode had the eyebrow headlights, which I'll point out here. But this works pretty nicely because I have the leader class Siege Optimus. And I think that fits pretty well with the Siege Megatron. I had an opportunity to get the cell-shaded Megatron, but I decided against it since I do already have that one. Review is coming with that one. And since this is, you know, classic animation style, the vehicle mode especially doesn't work now. So, if anything, I'll just have him as like a display piece, just staying in robot mode, because he looks awesome in robot mode. He looks, aside from a little bit of backpack and wizard sleeves, he looks darn good. I mean, he even has the ion blaster, which I don't know if you can really see it because of the glare from outside, but it is also painted with the cell shaded stripe, and that of course just plugs right into his hand. And then he also has the shield thing, again cell shaded, and you know, of course, it can flip out into the, if I can get the thing to work. Come on. Come on. Is that as far as it goes? I think that's as far as it goes. Yeah, it flips out into the battle axe, which is pretty cool. So you can either, you know, if it's tight in his hand, he can either hold it like an axe, or because it's got the little port on it, you know, he can plug it into the side of his shoulder or his forearm, so it's kind of like a shield. So really nice that he has these. One thing that I noticed based from the instructions, let me just attach it onto him. There we go. See, it's like a shield. One thing that I noticed is that once again, the special edition tells you what the weapons are, but it's in Moonspeak again. And since I don't have the original versions of that and of the mold with those instructions, and I'm not about to figure out, you know, what those actually are, because I personally don't give two hoots about it. I mean, we know what the Iron Blaster is, and then the axe shield thing. Just call it that for now. Anyway, now one thing I did want to mention about this figure, I have heard reports that there is a joint in here around the waist assembly area that is prone to snapping. I don't know if it's because this white plastic is a little bit more brittle than on the main retail version. But if you do get this version, you know, just be very careful when you're transforming it. Don't do a lot of rapid conversions or whatever. And once again, like I said, I'm just going to keep this guy in robot mode. The only time I'm going to transform into vehicle mode is for this review. So, yeah, I don't really see that being an issue for me. But if you are one of those weirdos that plays with their toys, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, if you do like to get this figure, just to have it as your Siege Optimus, be very careful with that waist assembly. And I'll try to point out where that joint is whenever I'm actually transforming it. I don't actually see it here yet, but it is a hinge joint. So anyway, articulation, head is on a ball joint. You get a bit of expressiveness with it. Look down that far, up that far. Shoulders can do full 360. They can go in and out. The little smokestacks are actually on a hinge joint, so they move out of the way. Bicep rotation, about 90 degrees of, just over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. You do get a wrist rotation. You have a full waist rotation. Legs can go forward about that far, back that far. The backpack does kind of get in the way. Full outward movement. You get you get two. You get one rotation above at the hip, and then another full rotation at the knee. Knees can do real deep knee bend right there. No forward and back at the feet, but you do have a very deep ankle pivot. And for the purpose of this review, since this is the cell shaded one, geez, I can't speak today. Just go into some of the details of the paint job, if I can get it to focus on Optimus. Come on, you camera phone. B. Okay, well, you can see it good enough. I mean, there's a lot of detail here. They did a lot of some of the smaller details have been picked out. A lot of the shading, even on the white, there's shading on there. It's not really coming out so well on my phone's camera, but yeah, they even got some of the back on the legs. Not so much for the roof, but it's all good. Yeah, it doesn't really come out so good on my phone's camera, but it does look amazing in person. And then, not so much whenever you're moving it around, but whenever it's sitting static, it looks just like a cartoon come to life. This would go good if they had the pack-in insert or whatever. If they had that for this figure, the same way that the Studio series does, like it was like him and like in front of Teletran 1 or something like that, and then you just put him there, that would be amazing. That would be worth those freaking inserts. Because, I mean, seriously, who actually keeps those inserts for the Studio series figures? Be honest. Nobody. So, alrighty, so let's get into our tick. Oh, by the way, I did want to point this out. In the instructions show what you can do. You can plug the shield on top of the rifle. That is literally the most passive-aggressive Prime I've ever seen. He's just sitting there, just one hand, just. Anyway, I am rambling, and it's already 8 minutes. Haven't even gotten into transformation. Okay, so to transform him, once again, this is the first time I'm transforming this. So, bend the elbows. Looks like you want to rotate these legs at the lower pivot joint. Going to open them up from the sides, and you can already see there's a lot of painted detail that's going to be on the figure. Flip up these panels here. This one's a little bit loose, but I don't think that'll be such a problem. Take the wheel wells, bring them off to the sides, and then just flip around. Just soft tab in there. I think there's some tabs and some port. Yeah, there we go. They do click into place. And then there's tabs here and here that'll go into corresponding slots. Just tab those together. Come around to the back and okay, so there are panels where his knees are, if I can get them up. Let's see. How do you do this? Is there a... Oh, don't want to damage the paint job. That's the whole reason why I got this. Come on. Come on. Ooh, those are tight. Okay, there we go. There's one. Come on, you ding dong. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Crisis averted. So yeah, the little knee panels flip up, and that'll reveal a new siege port. I'm guessing that's like the trailer hitch or whatever. And those just fold down. They don't tab anywhere. They just sit there for now. So now you take the backpack, extend it up, rotate it, and then I think this is the part where they were talking about the hinge joint. So you want to take the take the crotch section and then rotate it back like this until it clicks into place. And this is that joint. This is that joint that people have been saying that has been right in there. That's that joint that's had some reports of breakage on it, so just be aware of that. Yeah, so there we go. There's that. And that just sits there for now. Take the heels, close them up. Take the feet, close them up. And then just leave this exploded out. Man, Optimus, you remember when Optimus transformations were simple? Who wants that? Okay, so come down to here, take the wizard sleeves, rotate them forward. Do that on this side as well. Then you want to take, come on, just move this up out of the way for now. Take these shoulders, move them back. There we go. That's now it's starting to look familiar. Now it's starting to look like an Optimus transformation. Like so. Take these wheels, which were tucked into the sides. Oh, wow. They were tucked in there pretty good. And just extend them out and down. Do the same on the other side. Oh, come on, you. Okie dokie. And just bring those down. Yeah. So they kind of look like that for now. Then you come up here to the top. Extend that up. Let's see, open the chest. There we go. Like so. Oh, that's a separate piece. It's not, the blue is actually not painted, it's the white that's painted. Huh. Neato. And then, of course, you flip his head into the gaping matrix hole. So, looks like Voyager Prime does not get a matrix. Leader class doesn't either, by the way. There we go. Come up to the top. Flip out these panels here. And then flip down this panel here. So now you have this assembly out. So, I mean, it's literally the front of the truck. So, looks like you want to take the panels that were on the back of the arm. This is just chaotic right now. Take the panels that were on the backs of the arms and flip them up so that they look like that for now. Fold. I'm going to fold the arms into the sides. Is there a tab, locking point? Okay. Okay, yeah, okay. So there is a tab that they will lock into, so there you go. Take the panels, flip them up, and there are tabs for them as well. So that cleans up the side. Take these, point them down, like that, yeah. And then just take the whole front and sandwich it. Let's see, is there a tab that goes anywhere? I don't think so. Just take it, push it flush against there. Take the little side panels that were here, these little side panels that are attached to the front, and they'll actually tab into the arms. Do the same thing on on that side, and then close the main windows. Oh, before you do that though, there is a molded in matrix that is unpainted, which is a little bit cheap if you ask me, but hey, at least they referenced it, you know. They skip a step where you want to bring in these panels here, and they will tab into the front bumper. See? There's a tab on the front bumper, and they just tab in there. And then you want to bring the wheels up so that it is on this joint right here, so you can see right there. And those lock into place. Then you want to take these panels, and this tab will go into that slot there, or it should. Oh boy. And then these panels just fold up under the legs, like so. Give everything a nice little squeeze, make sure it's all solid, and there you have Prime's truck mode. Yeah, as I mentioned before, did I line up everything? I think everything's lined up. Yeah, everything's lined up. As I mentioned before, I'm not so much a fan of this truck mode for Prime. And literally the only thing that's killing it for me is the eyebrows. I mean, that's the only thing that ruins the aesthetic for me. Otherwise, you know, I'm fine with these. Oops, that's untabbed. Come on, tab in. Why are you not wanting to tab in? Are you being difficult with me? Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening now. You're not tabbed in. Okay, yeah. Okay, seems like there's a few clearance issues, but it might be just because it's the first time I've ever transformed it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so, I mean, I'm fine with these. I'm fine with the slightly different front. It's just the eyebrows that are killing it for me. If they found like a way to make those like much more reduced, or headlights or something like that, that'd be fine. Of course, there's a bit of a gap here, but Optimus transformations tend to have a gap in the back where in the back of the cab. So, and of course, you know, you can always take the shield weapon, plug it onto that siege port. It doesn't really sit in there too secure. Or no, it does. Never mind. And the gun just says to plug it in one of these. I mean, looks a bit ridiculous, but I'm sure there's a way that you can store it so that it doesn't look as goofy or whatever, but I don't see anything right now. So, but yeah, that's that's Siege Optimus, the Voyager class one. What are my thoughts on it? Like I said, I'm not going to be keeping him in vehicle mode. I'm going to be keeping him in robot mode exclusively. Again, for multiple reasons, mostly just to keep him from breaking, being one of them. And then, you know, I'm not really a fan of the look, the vehicle mode look for this figure. The robot mode looks amazing, though. The robot mode is beautiful. And as for transformation, you know, it works. It's not, you know, it's not terrible. It works as an Optimus figure. It's just, for the G1 aesthetic, I'm only going to be keeping this in, I'm only going to be keeping this one in robot mode. The other, if you want a Siege Optimus that works as a Siege Optimus, that works as a member of the line, I'd personally go with the Leader Class one. Yes, I know it's Galaxy Force. Yes, I know that it's not perfect. Again, I do have that figure, and I think I'll do a review on him next. Oh boy, are you not going to lock into place? Okay, you'll lock into place. Okay, thought I already broke it. But yeah, as strictly speaking, as far as the Siege line goes, I would not recommend the Voyager class figure if you're going for the G1 aesthetic. Now this figure right here, the 35th anniversary cell shaded one. Jeez, I cannot say that without sounding like a complete moron. This figure is amazing for the G1 aesthetic. This figure, if you want something that'll sit on your shelf and be like, yes, that is the G1 Optimus. That's the look that I want. Then definitely get this guy. If you want a functional action figure, a functional Siege action figure, if you want something that'll go well with the rest of the current main line, go with the Voyager one. Or no, go with the Leader one. The Voyager one, I wouldn't personally get the standard release of the Voyager one. Simply because, as I said before, I'm just not a fan. But yeah, I think I've oh, come on, you. There we go. We can give him his axe. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. So size comparison, Voyager Prime and Deluxe Blue Streak. So there you go. So yeah. Now, once again, I gotta remind you that I am doing a giveaway this month. The whole month of November 2019, I will be taking note of everybody that leaves a comment on this or any of my videos that I post for the entire month. If you leave a comment on, again, this or any of the videos, and also, you know, subscribing doesn't hurt. I will be giving away a brand new mint inbox Siege Walgreens exclusive Siege Ratchet to one lucky person who will be determined at the 1st of December. And oh boy, it's going places. It will be determined at the 1st of December. The way to enter the giveaway is, you know, simple as leave a comment on the video. You know, what do you think? Did you like this figure? Have you heard of any kind of reports of breakage or fragility in the figure or sturdiness in the figure? You know, do you like the figure? Would you recommend it yourself? Am I a complete hack? Video quality. Do you have any tips on how to make better videos? Because I am up for constructive criticism. Just leave a comment in the comment section, of course, on this in the YouTube comment section, not on Facebook. And at the end of December, or at the end of the month, in the beginning of December 1st, I will pick a random winner, and they will be contacted to get the Siege Ratchet figure. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. There will be more reviews on the way later on this afternoon. I'm not sure, you know, when you're going to be seeing this, but as of the time of I'm recording this, I will be making I will be doing some more figure reviews. Not Transformers. Got something a little bit special for y'all. That is about a week and a half late. But yeah, so I'll be seeing you then. So once again, this is Ray Recall reviewing the 35th anniversary classic animation Voyager class Optimus Prime, and I will see y'all in the next video. So thank you so much for watching.